bit laid back near their payload, and they're not going to play underneath the bridge. Nicholas T. Joe already taking quite a bit of damage. But here, you can see they are not pushing too aggressively onto it. I would have liked to see at least a Pharah or maybe a Diva to actually come in from the skies and maybe zone out, Faze's defense.
Yeah, normally, sometimes you'd see a Junkrat mainly because there's only, air quote, one entrance to this point, but then allowing them to enter and just try to defend in the point itself. So we'll see how this will be executed. Too Easy managed to get a grab onto Harblue. Harblue on the Diva right now. Managed to eliminate
Raucus,
the mech.
though, is getting a little bit focused there, but Too Easy to defend his teammate, to stand tall and keep his support alive while at the same time almost getting Shake. But Shake, you see that? He actually stopped in his tracks and knew where Too Easy was gonna land a hook, and Too Easy did not connect.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna switch it up a bit, taking away the Diva for themselves. Harblue on the Mei this time around, but then Forsaken does have his sound barrier on, so if Torjo goes in with the Dragon's Blade, I'm pretty sure that sound barrier is gonna be activated later on for sure. And meanwhile, Factor Fiction will have his ultimate later on, and Too Easy will miss that hook, and there it goes.
Torjo activating his Dragon's Blade, but he's very low in HP and hasn't done too much impact onto it. Gets taken out by Shadowburn, and their defense is still standing strong. Though Harblue is already in his Mei form, his Mei main, but JKW almost finds him out. Actually unleashes the Blizzard there, but the Gravity Surge comes out from Zoms. Zoms taking quite a bit of damage, gets taken down. Nicholas Tijo has an ultimate already in his arsenal, releases it, gets one kill onto Forsaken there, follows up onto Harblue by Shadowburn. And Shadowburns almost gets taken down there, and Torjo finalizing it. The hook from Too Easy will allow Faze to still defend their payload.
Man, I was actually pretty scared for Faze because I thought Complexity could get that point for themselves because they managed to isolate Factor Fiction, but then it wasn't really a successful turn. They managed to get back into the point as soon as they can. So that's like the third try or second try technically for Complexity Gaming to take this. But there's the whole hog going whole ham.
That could be huge, but Shadowburn from the backline finds the perfect positioning and gets 2K, followed by Too Easy and Zomps. And oh no, you're not going to be able to get away, Torjo. It's just going to be team kill.
Yeah, it's all about denying those scary people from Faze. Shadowburn and then Too Easy. No one can shut them down. Even though they were able to eliminate a couple of targets from Faze, it's just that there's no one left also on their side to be able to take the point safely. But that was a nice wall to actually isolate some of the targets, and they are zoning away.
Harblue finds out Zoms, gets the sun onto him, but before he dies, does take out the good Blizzard. But can Complexity follow up from this? It looks like they can. Nicholas Tijo, there's JKW getting a double kill, and they are able to clear out the site. Only Too Easy and Rockers remain. Make that only Too Easy, and they get themselves the payload. Time to push.
Okay, I was about to say what a beautiful position for Raucus for a good heal onto Shadowburn just so that he can stay alive, probably distract like 2 or 3 people from Complexity Gaming, but then it's just too overwhelming for Faze at this point. But then it is okay, they managed to buy a couple of time for that first defense point for the payload, but then they're on high ground control right now, and it's the question of who will be able to get those Faze players down on the ground.
Yeah, I just have to say, Harblue, you talk about how good he is on tank heroes, but here he is with a Mei putting these crucial ice walls to push away Faze and a clutch Blizzard to give them an opening. But hold that thought, Shadowburn going in, has the auto boost all up on his body there and doing a damage, gets a double kill, gets sleeved down by Shake though, rises up, but still Faze do get themselves a team wipe.
Oh my god, what a beautiful collapse from Faze there, just dropping down. Even though the sound barrier was available for Complexity Gaming, it's just that it was so difficult to eliminate Shadowburn. They weren't able to shut him down, and he was able to do the right amount of DPS, and everybody followed through. It's all about follow-up here for Faze, and they managed to execute that beautifully. Look at that charge. Even though they're landing a lot of pokes onto Faze, because of those pokes, they're helping the Ana charge the nano boost so fast. So later on, we'll see again. They're having this point. They're allowing. I hear an Earth Shatter.
Yeah, Earth Shatter did come out, I think, and then Hardblue actually has a Blizzard there. Gets taken down by Too Easy, but the rest of the members here of Faze are frozen up. But can Complexity follow through as Shadowburn has high ground advantage, though his team has gone down, and it looks like Complexity here have found the formula to actually push up onto the second point. Faze are trying to recuperate and regroup themselves.
Let's see. I feel like is Shadowburn going to switch? No, I don't think so. 67% on his ult. I kind of doubt they're going to let Complexity Gaming. Oh no, that's a Graviton Surge.
Graviton Surge to boot, but the shield from the Reinhardt just to mitigate as much damage. Factor Fiction is there. Nicholas Tijo, oh, let it rip! Goes in, but gets stopped in his tracks as he tries to capitalize on the damage, but it's not going to be enough for Faze here as the rest of Complexity just come barreling down. Hardblue still with his Mei doing so much impact with the ice walls, zoning out Faze one after the other.
Oh my god, even though Faze is trying their best, when they do the aggressive stance, they execute it really well. But then again, when it comes to defending against Complexity Gaming, when they're not the ones doing the initiate, they're having a hard time trying to deny all that. But here comes the
Shadowbird has his counter, let it rip. Goes in, only gets the one kill, but does get sleep darted by Shake, if I'm not mistaken. And Shadowbird still follows it up as he got quite a bit of time on his Ana boost there. Though Hardblue does get the frost onto him, stops him, and then gets the headshot. Though Complexity here have to retreat. Hardblue blocking off the passions and almost gets the kill onto Zoms there, but Zoms has a high charge already on his onto his weapon, his particle cannon. So
better make sure that Zoms don't die so that the charge will not go to waste. Also, I love the performance of Too Easy on this Mei at this third defense, mainly because he's really assisting Shadowburn when he wants to isolate a target. He makes sure that no one is there from Complexity Gaming to follow it up. So now they're going from the sides. They're trying to freeze down Mei. Blizzard being laid off. Counter Blizzard. And looks like the rest of the members from Faze is safe and sound. But look at that wall. Beautifully executed. And let's break it down.
Double chill. But Sound Barrier comes off from Joe Meister. Even Shay activating his Ana boost onto Nicholas T. Joe, but an Earth Shatter from Factor Fiction just stopping everything. And Complexity are trying to build up here, and this is the hardest point to push out right now. As Shadowburn is coming in from up top, down low, too slow, and Zoms to follow through. And look at that, Complexity are shut down yet again. 80 seconds left on the clock, and this is their final push. Can they do it, or will they falter down to Faze?
Yeah, they do have the Mei for themselves, Zoms as well, and Shadowburn with the Death Blossom, they can still manage to buy some time. Look at that shift walk. They're still cleaning up a lot of people. That's going to be an overtime. Will they be able to succeed? Die. Torcho will fall down. Shadowburn unleashes the Death Blossom, and he'll see that's 4 people down from Complexity Gaming. Only the Hardblue that is left. That is the crazy monkey right now.
But that crazy monkey does not have the Primal Rage, and it will be just that. First push, it's going to be 0-2 with no time remaining for Complexity Gaming.
I think the main problem is that there were no, what do you call this? Essential ultimates to actually deny Shadowburn's lethal ultimate to clean up and buy some time. They really tried their best though. I mean, 0-2 is alright, but let's see if their defense for Complexity Gaming is gonna, deny Faze of that 3-0.
I guess what I kind of noticed there was a lot of stops for Shadowburn, but those stops were sleeping darts.
Yeah.
And what kind of happened there was Faze was always fighting near Shadowburn, so that if Shadowburn just got grazed by like a single bullet, the sleeping dart would almost always deactivate, and then he still had plenty of time with the Ana boost to make work of just the Hellfire shotguns, even without the Death Blossom.
Exactly. You gotta hand it to Shake with those really on-point sleep darts. Especially, I saw when she sleep darted Zoms, it was, if you sleep dart Zoms, if there is no sound barrier, you actually put pressure on Shadowburn or on Too Easy to to become aggressive. It's just that there's not going to be any protection whatsoever. So you buy some time, and the communication is there because you see that no one is, trying to wake Zombs up.
Is this legit? Is Too Easy gonna bring out the buffed up Widowmaker? It's that? Oh no. Okay.
Sometimes they do play Widowmaker only for the initial, just to spot out what comp they have, and they just go back and switch.
Alright, so he's gonna go to his tried and tested Tracer here. If you guys seen Too Easy's Tracer, it's something not to be messed around with. I mean, you have good on point with the hit scans. At the same time, his pulse bombs are well placed and have huge impact on, on just clearing out opponents.
Yeah, and we're gonna see a pharmacy combo here. So complete contrast from the previous match where there wasn't a Pharah on the first point on the payload, but then Hardblue explodes it in damage from Shadowburn. Really nicely done there. They managed to make a pick. Meanwhile, for the ultimates, no one is near yet except...
Look at this.
Yeah.
Nobody is actually looking at Shadowburn. He's just up on top and he's dealing the damage. Nobody's looking right at him and he's clearing out one after the other. Zombs is the one who actually cleans it up, but at the same time, Shadowburn's dealing the most damage out of this one and gets another kill onto Shake. And that's the power of, well, Pharah here on the first point of Eichenwald.
Yeah, first try, first win.
Double, triple. Just lots of kills.
I mean, you saw Shake trying his best to actually eliminate Shadowburn, but it is no use if Rakas is still alive and well. Resurrection plus the Rocket Barrage available for them as well. Even Too Easy has their ultimates. But Complexity Gaming did not get much charge out of that. So if ever they come or they clash or get into a team fight, in terms of ultimate advantage, you gotta hand that to Faze. So it's all about... Okay, Torcho on a Widowmaker. Let's see if that is quite effective. There is a shield from Factor Fiction, though.
I mean, I can remember Season 1, the hardest counter for the Pharah was the pre-nerfed Widowmaker. So maybe Torcho has an answer with this Widowmaker, but at the same time, Too Easy's using that building just to zone him out, and with the Winston as well to boot, Torcho's still having at least the spacing here to spot out Shadowburn, but is he getting the kills? That's not gonna happen. Nicholas T. Joe, though, triple kill on the kill feed, and oh no, they have injured the bird, and it gets taken down. Factor Fiction, though, starting it off, restarting it rather for Faze, zapping down 2, Forsaken and Too Easy to follow it up, and even if they get the kill onto Shadowburn, still not enough.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually a perfect way for, Winston. Hardblue was like, I think we're kind of wasting our time in terms of the Winston was like, we're wasting our time eliminating the Widowmaker, and then Mercy, because there's high ground control and lower ground, she's able to just transfer to a different target. And meanwhile, let's break it down. Sound barrier being activated there. Too Easy. No one is actually giving notice to him, and then there comes the Genji on top, and that is Torcho trying his best.
Torcho whiffing this stun right there. Shadowburn to follow up. Nicholas T. Joe right here has to look for clearer skies so he can, maximize his Hellfire shotguns. But no, Too Easy and Shadowburn, like you said, starting off good.
Yeah, looks like they're in a very comfortable spot right now. I don't see them having a hard time. Even though the Widowmaker was used just to try to counter the Farm Mercy combo, it still did not work, which is understandable why they switched. Of course, it's at the third point. It's not going to be wise, but 97% already for Shadowburn. He is in his element. And Shake actually is 76% for his Nano Boost. We'll see, though, where is he going to put that on later on, especially if Shadowburn...
Primal Rage for Hardblue here, but can he maximize? They do have JKW activating his Earth Shatter as well. Pushes JKW to his death and is focusing down. I believe that was the... I think that was Raucus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he died. Okay.
Very smart on the Biotic Grenade just to deny the heal, just because Genji has been jumping around, and you know what? Let's just stop you and deny you right there. Complexity Gaming holding on to their ground, holding on to this point, because once it is just really, really close. They cannot let this point go, or else it might snowball onto that really close. Okay, there's the Dragon's Blade.
Dragon's Blade activated, but at the same time, Complexity Gaming were waiting for it. Nicholas T. Joe with the backstab gets a double. JKW for the follow-up. making that second factor fixture. Torque Joe from the backlines get the kills onto Raucus.
Really good hold though, but Forsaken and Too Easy have their important ultimates up. Meanwhile, for Complexity Gaming, Torque Joe will have his dead eye soon, but that's 3 minutes on the clock for Faze. That's a lot of time for them, and that is such a short distance for them to be able to push one short wombo combo. There will be no mercy ultimates just to get that, what do you call this? Get that deny of all the wipeouts. So there's the dead eye.
There's the high noon. He can't find any target at all. Faze are playing around with this ultimate. They have Complexity Gamer. We're looking for this high noon to actually make a push, though we can't see that Harblu getting 1 kill there. But was that enough? I mean, Faze are just, biding their time. They still have 3 minutes left onto the clock. That's plenty of time they can play it. With more than 1 minute, that's going to be a huge time boost, or, time to work with against Complexity here.
Yeah, I like the Mei switch from the Winston mainly because they have more control, but there's the Graviton Surge, and Too Easy with the Pulse Bomb manages to eliminate 2 people. Joel Meister and Shake, and JKW also falls.
And that's what I was talking about. Too Easy's Pulse Bombs are just too good, even without setup. But you know what? For good measure, let's just put a Graviton Surge right there. Easy puts it down, and it's gonna be Faze for map 1.
Yeah, that's what I've been talking about. If there is a good wombo combo, it's difficult to try to recover if you don't have a mercy to revive and just deny all that. That's why I really think that, really congratulations to Faze. This could be a revenge win, but let's see. This is the best of 3 series. There's still another map, Gibraltar. Let's see who gets play of the game.
Actually, not only one, but twice have Faze lost to Complexity, so Faze are really looking for the comeback.
Yeah, and Shadowburn, of course. There we go. Oh my god. The Mei wall just isolated everybody into a close space so they could not escape. And Harblu was on the floor. Great job.
Alright, so Jaeger. Wow, what happened?
Well, I just want to say it was a really smart play there from Shadowburn. Starting out on the Pharah, getting that good ground there and taking loads of damage. They were ignoring him. If there's a Pharah on the other team, you need to look up, because he is laying down damage on you, and they were falling one after the other, and they got that first point really quickly. Now, the return was Talkshow switched to a Widowmaker. First time I've seen that in the tourney, and she's been taken out of the meta because of the nerf. So to see her again and seeing her deal all the damage onto the Pharah, it was such a sad moment to see as she's laying on the floor sleeping because of Anna, and then Shadowburn just scoping in and killing her on the floor. I was like, well, that's dirty, isn't it?
Yes, that's true.
And as soon as Shadowburn was taken out on the Pharah, comes back as the Reaper, and such a smart play. They get to the final point, switches to a Genji, and then as you saw, the Genji wasn't working, switch back to the Reaper. They're not afraid to switch halfway through. Same as Complexity, they weren't afraid to switch that up. Talk Joe, very high risk switching to Widowmaker, such a squishy character. Very nerfed, and you can see he was missing a lot of his shots. He could have taken out the Tracer, the Mercy, and the Reaper. He had plenty of opportunity to, but he didn't get that. And Shake on the Anna, landing the sleep darts again. Really good play from Shake. So that was a fun game, and again, well done to Faze.
Yes, exactly. And just want to point out that Complexity can even break the wall. The Great Wall of Faze is just really solid.
Yeah, I agree with you. One last thought onto the matchup with Faze and Complexity is just that switching out to the Widowmaker just to eliminate the Far Mercy combo, it's just that was really brave of them, mainly because there was a Winston and a Tracer against that Widowmaker. So I feel like that was a brave and bold move. It's just sad they couldn't take advantage of that short amount of time where Winston and Tracer weren't in Widowmaker's radar.
Yeah, normally you would see a Zarya as well there, just so that you can actually use the bubble on the Winston, but then there was no real threat on high ground. It was just a Reinhardt and Torque Joe with the Widowmaker, and that was just like, okay, we just saw the Winston for Faze just go up there because, well, nobody could really push him out. And yes, even if Torque Joe got like good positioning with his Widowmaker, the charge time, the headshots were not hitting for him.
Yeah.
They were not timing well for him, so he couldn't really get the kill onto Shadowburn. And then when he tried to make something happen down below, there was the Earth Shadow already waiting for him. And he was just down there. You saw there, Shadowburn was like, okay, I'm going to take this one. Bam.
Yeah.
And it was also, I want to commend Too Easy when he was playing the Tracer. That pulse bomb, taking out 2 people, that was actually a really good play. He wasn't even nano boosted, and he got those 2 kills. So that was a really good play from Too Easy. His Tracer is very formidable.
Right, so next map is Watch Point Gibraltar.
Yeah, this is the map that FaZe picked for themselves. And imagine if Complexity got or chose Iconvolt, what is in store for them against FaZe, who picked Gibraltar?
Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for Harblue on when they're Harblue to use Roadhog here, because I've seen him on this map and he's really comfortable making the picks, denying all that 6-man push whenever, you know, the opposite side is very confident in taking people down. He just tries to deny them. It looks like, I know, Maze Bay, Harblue.
Yeah, FaZe is going to be on the attacking team, and we know that Gibraltar, aside from maybe King's Row, is where you put a Hanzo in. It's because that first underpass push for the payload is so good to drop a Dragon Strike on.
Yeah, and it's a really good combo for Zarya Ultimates with the Graviton Surge. And the extra vision, extra, you know, information is going to help them really well. I'm not sure if this is the comp. They're going to switch it up.
I thought it was going to be the attack Bastion. I wish it was.
Yeah, we all wish it was.
But still, they're going to go for the triple... Okay, this is a standard for FaZe. They always like to go for this one, triple tank, and then just allow Shadowburn to, you know, charge up his percentage as much as possible. But then Complexity Gaming knows what's up. They're not going to allow Shadowburn to get, you know, the free attacks and get him easy 100% onto his charge. But it's not going to matter. He gets a headshot onto Joe Meister there.
No one, I'm not sure. Nicholas Joe should do his best to deal with this Hanzo. It's because he's so comfortable at his spot right now. And he's zoning so well. Look at the May wall. Just trying to separate the other members from FaZe. But look at that, very comfortable. No one is dealing with his Hanzo. Where is Complexity Gaming?
He doesn't even need a Dragon Strike to push them out because his team is doing the same effectivity there. But Harblue still does have his Mei, gets the freeze, and they at least, you know, stop the bleeding to that wound, puts a Mei wall, and they will be pushing back a little bit this payload for the meantime. Looking at the war chest, no ultimates just yet across the board, but who's the closest one? It should be Nicholas Tijo and Harblue.
Yeah, that's pretty close already to the first point if you think about it. And the ultimates are going to be available really soon. But they should brace themselves for Shadow Burns and Zom's Wombo combo, the Dragon Strike plus the Graviton Surge. But we'll see though. He's in a really good position at the moment. And looks like FaZe has a good high ground control. But here comes Graviton Surge.
Graviton Surge to be used by Complexity. That's Storkjo starting it off with Harblue's Blizzard there. They get themselves 2 kills, but you can see that FaZe are scattering, not allowing the Wombo combo to happen just now. Harblue gets a kill onto Factor Fiction, and Shadowburn is in no man's land, gets taken down, and Raucus, you're literally put your back against the ice wall and gets taken down. Complexity Gaming have 4 ultimates with FaZe having only 2, almost 3 with Zom's 98%.
This is actually pretty good for Complexity Gaming. I was really worried, maybe because I thought FaZe would want to bait out all the ultimates before they execute the Shadowburn plus Zom's
Fire
combo.
at will.
There
This
it
is the Wombo combo. Forsaken does not have a sound barrier to mitigate the damage onto that, but still they survive. Of course, FaZe were not able to follow up on that one. Yes, they said the Wombo combo, but nobody was there with the left clicks. But still, FaZe, I think they were allowed to at least go up against Complexity Gaming, who were very low in HP, so it was easy damage, I guess.
Yeah, it's very slow DPS. They managed to create that combo for themselves despite the sound barrier being present. I guess it's mainly because they weren't able to deny all the attacks coming in from FaZe. And the best part for FaZe is that they have Nano Boost plus sound barrier into Easy's whole hog. So if ever they do want to keep steamrolling and making successful attempts, it is going to be available. Joe Meister not having a sound barrier for this aggressive hitter. Harblue though close to the Blizzard ultimate, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be the next execution for themselves, 91%. So for the follow-up from the Reaper or from the rest of Complexity
Look
Gaming.
at that. They allowed Forsaken to actually be split up, but still Harblue could not kill him in time. Puts out the Blizzard. Will he be able to get the Frost? Nice Ice Wall there to, again, zone out his team. This is Harblue's main character, and he is working wonders with it. But at the same time, FaZe are here with another Dragon Strike to be pulled out by Shadowburn gets the kill off the JKW. Complexity have to scatter, but this is allowing Faze for the pickoffs, and they do yet again. 3 people down for Complexity. An easy push right now for Faze.
Harblue tried his best to be the biggest distraction of Complexity Gaming by just trying to annoy the backside, but look at that. That's going to be a Graviton Surge, but look, Shadowburn might be in trouble here, but jumps down for safety to join his teammate. Nicholas Joe will be eliminated by an arrow from Shadowburn, and looks like that's a lot of teammates down from Complexity Gaming. There's actually technically 6 being taken down.
JKW and Torque Joe died? Did they fall or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
How did they fall?
But at least ultimates are available. Shadowburn really, a really good showing here on the Hanzo, and 56% already for his ultimate, and there's the Graviton Surge.
Graviton Surge used by Torque Joe. Shake is in a 1v1 against the Arrow Man. Too Easy is here in the back line. He's trying to, actually no, he was at least blocked off by the ice wall, but Shadowburn, he has free reign once again up on top, and Complexity, this is actually what I wanted to brush up on for Complexity. They are stubborn to change their comp. If there's someone who is high on top against them, they will not go again. They will not, adjust, and they are kind of weak to this one.
No one is, they're not even making an effort to try to deny the Shadowburn. It's just like, let him bother us. But the thing is, it's an open map. They have a better high ground control in this one. And look at that, there's a whole hog being unleashed, even nano boosted as well. The wall won't do you any good, even the Blizzard, just to deny the push. But that is going to be a long range combo. But there is the Dragon Strike being available, and Harblue will fall asleep. Is there safety? Look, he's like a ghost. He's like invisible. No one is noticing the Shadowburn. He's just taking free hits against Complexity.
Torjo is once again on a Widowmaker, but can this Widow find her target? Sela V. Shadowburn gets another kill, has the Dragon Strike, can actually go and just place that where everybody from Complexity are gonna go and just stop them in their tracks. But there is a fire at will. Yuga Wakatsuki Kurai goes in and gets the one. He's gonna get the second one, goes in and oh no, Shadowburn! But you know what? It's Faze. Other members are still here. Factor Fiction gets 2. Too Easy gets 2. And unless it's the other members of Complexity, keeping themselves up on the point, it's not going to be enough. Oh! He actually got the sleep, I believe, onto Joe Meister.
Yeah, but the sound barrier still managed to connect. Now it's the turn. Now it's their time to switch row, switching sides. But then
1 minute and 40 for Faze.
Yeah, Complexity Gaming. I think it's mainly the problem of what's the solution for Shadowburn, because it's not working if they switch, right? So Shadowburn being super comfortable in this Hanzo pick, just being very flexible, just moving around places and repositioning himself, it just means that Complexity Gaming is sort of underestimating Shadowburn's Hanzo, because they're not respecting that. Just as you said, they're not adjusting. So I'm pretty worried for Complexity Gaming, but then again, their defense might be a little different compared to Faze's defense on this one. So yeah, we'll just see.
We'll just see indeed. And well, will Complexity, adjust?
Can I just say?
Yeah?
Shadowburn, it doesn't matter what he's playing. Even if he's Farah, he keeps getting ignored. I think it's just people don't like him. He's just getting ignored no matter what he's playing. Let's see if they can ignore him now on a Winston.
But then again, this might be a game changer, because just like I said, I like Harblue on Roadhog on Roadhog. So we'll see if this changes things, because I remembered on the previous match it was Hui that played Roadhog instead, and it kind of boosted their team a bit. But let's see for Complexity Gaming if it's going to be the same formula.
Yeah, you always pick a Roadhog when you want to go for the picks. That's obviously the point.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
And right now Complexity are looking for these fast pickoffs that will allow them to push more easily against Faze here. But at the same time, Faze does have a very scary comp, Shadowburn on a Mei, so the Mei wall will be something that Complexity have to go over, and this is going to be a triple tank comp again from Faze in the defense.
Yeah, we'll see how they do, because I believe Faze did a really, really good job in terms of snowballing the first point. So it only took them like 2 attacks or something, mainly because no one is dealing with Shadowburn. But JKW in a good spot. Looks like the payload's going to be pushing really, really well so far in terms of ultimates. No one is quite near just yet, but the shield is burning down, but the heals are coming right in. Maywall just to deny that push so far. And looks like the shield has been used. A heal being denied from Nicholas Joe. He might be the first one to fall down, but guess not. That's the follow-up heals. And looks like people are falling down from Faze. 2 people eliminated. Harblue is gone though. And looks like Faze is losing control.
Ross, nice timing on that leaping dart and is keeping himself alive for a good amount of seconds. It's taken down, but that first point will be an easy one, or a fast one rather, for Complexity Gaming, JKW and Shake. Oh, this is gonna be huge. You're powered up, get in there, shaking the Reinhardt, boosting up his armor is already a option to be used here by Complexity.
Yeah, really, really good from Complexity, especially the fact that there is 2 ultimates available for Shake. That's going to be the Nano Boost. He has 2 choices though. It could be put to Harblue once his whole hog is available, or JKW, but looks like he decides to put it onto... No, not yet.
Oh, a counter hammer down to stop 2Easy's whole hog right there, but there is a good another counter ultimate coming out from Factor Fiction? No, that wasn't it. But hold that thought, it's gonna be I believe the Graviton Surge from Torjo. Now here, they drop down, 2Easy still has full HP, pushing them back little by little, but Harblue's not gonna live for long. You can see that the Joe Meister was jumping up and down, trying to keep himself alive, but his wall skates not fast enough to get himself from the clutches of Faze.
Yeah, I guess compared to the first, for when Complexity, when Faze was attacking, it was more like first point, it was a bit slow, and then this one, at least, you know, Complexity Gaming has a really good stand on the ground.
Oh, wow. That timing on the Biotic Grenade actually pushes Complexity to just hesitate and not push because they could not heal against Faze's setup right now. And look at this, Nicholas Tijo gonna activate an ultimate and catch Complexity, or rather Faze off guard, gets the 3K, but Shadowburn is still alive, almost has his ultimate primed and ready. Will he actually activate it? As he does, gets a counter triple kill, and there you have it, has an Ana boost to boot. But Harblue there, ready and waiting with the hooks, gets another one. Nicholas Tijo gets 2Easy, gets Shadowburn taken down, and the second point is almost there. It's 2 meters, and that's about almost it. But actually, wait, no, FaZe Clan are defending it.
Yeah, 2 meters. What a clutch. It was actually pretty scary that they stayed so long inside that room, managing Nicholas Joe to create a beautiful Death Blossom just because they're all compact or compressed into one area. But Shadowburn replies with another Death Blossom as well. So they weren't able to push thoroughly onto it. But looks like here comes the speed boost coming from the Lucio. What ultimate does Complexity Gaming have? They do have the Nano Boost. They do have the Sound Barrier for themselves. Even JKW has the Earth Shatter. Just a little bit more for this point. They will manage to get that second point for themselves. Where's the Earth Shatter? I think I heard it. And let's see, JKW is trying to zone away, and their main target is Ana. Ruckus will fall down, and that's Zarya up next. There's no healer available to heal JKW, and now he falls. Zombs has his Graviton Surge, and Complexity Gaming has 3 casualties, and then they weren't able to get it.
Yeah, and there was actually this one very cheeky play that FaZe actually did. If you saw it there, up on the spaceship, Forsaken was up on top, and he actually used his right click to push down a couple of the members of Complexity Gaming, and that actually allowed Shadowburn to have like a 2v1 situation up on the spaceship, and then just get a number of pickoffs and kind of, you know, separated Complexity Gaming. That was so good.
Wow, will you look at that? And that's the Graviton Surge being activated. Torjo and JKW still holding on to their ultimates, probably baiting out. There is the Sound Barrier. I believe that's going to be the Wombo Combo. The primary target is Ana. This is Deja Vu. Nicholas Joe with the die. And that's the Death Blossom, but Nano boosted Reinhardt. This is going to deny Nicholas Joe's try to DPS, and that is going to be another push. Zombs actually being pushed down. 6 HP. Will he manage to survive? Guess not. Being finished by Joe Meister. Shadowburn in the backline, creating havoc, and that is gonna be Joe Meister not being able to. He actually lives. I thought he was gonna die.
Yeah, Nicholas Tijo, he got a useful or a pretty good ultimate there, but not good enough, as all the members of FaZe Clan just, you know, he was at the back line, but everybody just moved forward away from him into his own team. And, well, even with an ultimate and on a boost onto himself, it's not enough. But look at this, that Graviton Surge coming out from Torque Joe. Super good, though, Shadow Burn to just stop it all with one click of a button. That Death Blossom is just shish kebabbing everybody here.
Oh my god, this is just so intense. I really thought they could have gotten the point earlier. It was just 2 meters and now they're just pushing it back slowly and then just denying all that progress from Complexity Gaming. They just need a really good combo, but then Faze just denies all that because nobody, again, Shadowburn keeps living. He's in a really good position. Once everybody from Faze is sort of backing down, Shadowburn just appears with a beautiful Death Blossom, and we'll see what Harblue has to do. His Blizzard will come up in a short while, but let's see. Look at that. Shadowburn in the back line, actually eliminating Shake, but actually gets zoned out because Joe Meister is there, but that's going to be their Earth Strata and Sound Barrier.
And now let's see, as all of Faze is just barreling in, they're not afraid as they have the boost from the Sound Barrier coming in from Forsaken here. Nice ultimate there from Harblue, but they immediately back off and they're controlling themselves as this is a 3v3 up onto the payload. No, they don't have it. They don't have control of it anymore. Overtime, and it's gonna be FaZe Clan. Sorry for that one, but still 2-0. They win it up against Complexity, and this was supposed to be a game that we thought was gonna be a close one, but it didn't even, graze FaZe.
Wow, this is the what they've been waiting for. It's their revenge win against Complexity.
That rhymed, by the way. Graze Faze.
Graze Faze.
I meant to do that.
Okay, Fact or Fiction? Let's see. What's his play of the game?
Sorry for that one, guys.
Oh.
Oh wait, this is the one where
Just
where
went
he.
ham.
Okay, I thought he like dropped Shadow. Oh no, that's his teammate.
Yeah. So, great game by FaZe. Really good performance, and yeah, congratulations.
Wow.